is up, YouTubers and lovers of budget cars and bikes and vans, of course. Welcome back to another video on the VW Transporter that we're currently converting into a camper van. Things, as you will probably know if you've been following the series, are coming along stupendously now. We are at that stage where we can think about external cosmetics like lights and maybe a spoiler, all that kind of good stuff. And talking about lights, I reached out to a company called Eurowagens, who've got a website and an eBay shop. I will stick their links in the description, of course, and asked them to send out some rear lights. What I wanted was LED rear kind of tinted dark rear lights to go on the back of the van, but they are, as I'm sure you know if you've looked at these things, pretty bloody expensive, quite frankly, for what you get. So I decided, as is my kind of remit with the channel, being a budget cars and bikes, to see if I could get a budget option, and I spotted these, as I said, from Eurowagens. These are a light lens, a kind of light tinted lens that you use your original lights with. You can, of course, which I may well do, upgrade your bulbs to LED bulbs. The only issue with that is you might have to put in some inline resistors on the indicators because you'll get hyper flash, but we'll talk about that as and when we do it. Could not be easier to fit these lights. It's literally 2 screws, pop the lenses in, you're done. We're also going to fit these bad boys here. These are the third brake lights. As you can see, they've been tinted. I was going to tint the ones that are on there. I actually did buy some new ones and I fitted those, but they were in red and I just thought these would look nice. This is the kind of tint I would have liked on the rear lights as well, but as I said, you're looking kind of close to 250, 300 quid for the tinted LED rear lights, which is something I might consider at some point. But for now, while we're still converting this van, I have decided to go for what I would call the budget option and use these Eurowagon ones. With that in mind, let's get this box open and see what we get inside. Okay, well, there's one of the lenses out. We'll flip that over and you'll get a better idea. As you can see, it's a kind of a light tint, not as dark as I would have wanted, but we are working on a budget with this camper van conversion, as we do pretty much with everything on the channel, hence the name, really, I guess. Let's get this out the bag and have a better look. So there it is in all its glory, brand new, lightly tinted. It'll go straight in. It effectively fits with those 2 little screws there. We'll go into that when we're actually doing the fitting. There's the inside, and you will just basically stick your light bar, as it were, straight into there. It'll clip into here and here, and you are done. It shouldn't take more than 5 minutes aside, quite frankly, and you will see the difference, the contrast, as it were, because I'll show you one side done, and I'll show you the other side with the original, and then you'll get an idea of how it looks. But as I said, I would have liked it darker, but I think it'll actually work out okay. So let's get out to the van and we will put you on the tripod and we will get these fitted and see what they look like. And that is how easy it is to change out these light lenses. Literally, it took probably under a minute, actually. And there's the contrast, as you can see. We have got some clear lenses over here for the indicators by the looks of it, in the reverse light, obviously. So I think I probably have to put in an orange bulb over here. There was no mention over here. There was no mention of this actually in the instructions or anything else, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have to put in an orange bulb because obviously that's a clear lens just here, and that is an orange lens. So chances are there is actually a white bulb behind here, which means the indicators aren't going to look right and it won't pass an MOT. But luckily I do have some orange bulbs, so I'm going to quickly change those out and we'll get back into this and see what it looks like when it's all done. So that is it. That is the budget option rear lenses for the VW T5 from Eurowagens. I kind of like them, I've got to say. They really do make the back end of this van look much more modern than its years would suggest. They are around about £95 a set, which I think is actually a bargain compared to some of the LED ones you can get, which are just getting around 250, 300 quid. So if you just want a quick budget option just to smarten up and modernise the back of your van, I think these are probably the ones to go for. You saw how quickly they fitted. You see how nice they look. Those are the dark tinted third brake lights as well. They're kind of cool. I like those. They were 15 quid. I will stick links obviously for all of this stuff in the description for the video. Massive thank you to Eurowagens as well for sending out these budget option rear light lenses. I think they look great. They were an absolute doddles for fit, and I really do think they smarten up the back of the van. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then do consider giving the video a like, a share, a thumbs up, all that good stuff, and possibly subscribing as well, because we are going to have a lot more videos like this for this conversion coming up over the next few weeks. All sorts of stuff coming. Anyway, as I said, if you liked it, consider subscribing, give the video a thumbs up, a like and a share, and we'll catch up again in probably a couple of weeks. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon. One last thing I wanted to show you guys is the hyper flash on these LED indicators. Now, I'll switch these on and you'll see what I mean. As you can see, the indicators are working as they should. No hyper flash, nothing like that going on with the hazard lights. And if we go around to the back of the van, you'll see that the bulbs are orange now, as they should be. At least I hope that comes up on the camera. They are orange as they should be. Those are the LED bulbs, looking lovely and jubbly, and they're not hyper flashing, which is brilliant. But if I now turn on the ignition and go to turn right, as you can see, it's hyper flashing. Left, hyper flashing. Now let me just put that on the right so I can show you. That's hyper flashing on the dash there. But if we go around here, as you will see, that's the LED at the front. That's not hyper flashing. That's working as it should, as is the front one. That's working as it should. And if we go around to the back, as you will see, that's flashing as it should, although not overly bright. It is flashing. It's not hyper flashing. The only place it's actually hyper flashing is on the dash, which is a bit odd. I have to say, I've not seen that before. And there we go. And yeah, so if you do get that, don't worry about it. You can seemingly put in LED bulbs into a VW T5 and it will look like it's hyper flashing, but it's not. And it doesn't do it on the hazards. Very odd. But anyway, that's it. That's a little extra at the end. I've put in some LED for the brake lights as well, but they sent the wrong ones for the daytime lights, as in the side lights. So at some point I'll have to get these back out and put an LED bulb in just down here, because at the moment we've got a non-working reverse light, we've got an LED brake light, an LED indicator, and a normal side light bulb. But we'll get round to that. That's it for now. Anyway, as I said, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch up soon. Take care now.